You know why studying feels like torture sometimes? Because your brain has linked it with pain, boredom, pressure, guilt. Every time you sit down to focus, your mind screams, "Run!" Not because you can't study, but because it's trying to protect you from something it thinks hurts. But here's the crazy part. That same brain can be rewired. Once you understand how dopamine works, studying turns from something you avoid into something you actually crave. Let me explain. When you scroll TikTok, play games, or talk to friends, your brain releases dopamine, that feel-good chemical that says, "This feels great, let's do it again." But when you study, you don't get that hit right away, so your brain labels it as boring and hard. That's why you procrastinate, not because you're lazy, but because your brain doesn't see the reward yet. The trick is to flip that connection. After every single study session, even if it's short, reward yourself. Watch a clip you love, take a walk, eat your favorite snack, or play one song that makes you feel unstoppable. You're not being weak. You're training your brain to connect studying with pleasure instead of pain. At first, nothing changes. You'll still feel resistance, still want to escape. But after a few days, something subtle happens. Your mind doesn't fight you as much. You open your notes and it doesn't feel heavy anymore. You start to enjoy the rhythm of focusing. You begin to crave that post-study satisfaction. You're building momentum. And momentum beats motivation every time, because motivation fades and momentum compounds. Here's where most people go wrong. They wait to feel like studying. But successful students don't wait. They start and the feeling follows. They've trained their brains to link studying with progress, peace, and pride. Every time you finish a session, no matter how small, you're not just learning, you're strengthening that connection. That's dopamine training, and it's powerful. Soon you'll notice a shift. Studying stops being a chore and starts becoming part of who you are. You'll find joy in the quiet, in the little wins, finishing a chapter, solving a tough problem, understanding something you once found impossible. And those small victories, they release dopamine too. The reward isn't just the snack or the song anymore. It's the pride, the growth, the peace of knowing you're becoming the version of yourself you've always wanted to be. So here's your challenge. Pick one subject and not all of them, just one. Set a timer for 20 minutes. No distractions. Just start. When you're done, reward yourself, guilt-free. Then come back tomorrow and do it again. Within a week, you'll feel the shift. Your brain will start craving that focus, that growth. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll look up from your notebook and think, "Wait, I actually like this." That's the moment it clicks. Because once you experience that power, the control, the calm, the focus, you'll never hate studying again. You'll crave that feeling of becoming better. And when that happens, it's not about forcing yourself anymore. It's about loving who you're becoming every time you study.